In the last video, we reacted to some Fallout 1 lore, and it was a little bit longer than this one. This one's only a 6-minute video, so we're gonna watch the Fallout 2 entire story explained in 6 minutes. It will be glorious. We're going to consume all of the stories of all of the Fallouts. That will be this series. We're gonna do 1. Well, we did 1. We're doing 2 now, and the next will be 3, and New Vegas, and then 4, and then Fallout 76. Even though I'm not really a fan of that game, I'm probably never going to play it. Then we might do some extras. Yeah, we might end it after that. Who knows? Who knows? I'll feel it out. The entire story explained in 6 minutes.
Fallout 2 is set in the post-apocalyptic world of
You don't say!
2241, 80 years after the events of the original Fallout.
That's a long time from now.
And 164 years after the Great War that devastated the planet. The game begins in the small village of Arroyo, founded by the Vault Dweller, the protagonist of the first Fallout game.
Yeah, I think this is the only Fallout that is, like, directly connected to the previous Fallout. All the other ones kind of aren't. They're just their own thing, their own little stories in their own places. And there's some, like, loose connections with the lore that you find here and there, but really there's nothing connecting them.
The player takes on the role of the Chosen One, a direct descendant of the Vault Dweller, tasked with saving their village from a severe drought. The story opens with the player character undergoing the Temple of Trials, a rite of passage to prove their worth as the Chosen One. Upon completion, the village elder, who is also the player's grandmother, bestows upon them the sacred Vault 13 jumpsuit and Pip-Boy 2000, relics from their ancestor. She then charges the Chosen One with a crucial mission, to find a device known as the Garden of Eden Creation Kit, GECK, which can transform the wasteland into fertile land.
Hey, I've heard of the GECK before. I've heard of the GECK in the other Fallout games. I know what that is, kind of.
And save Arroyo from its impending doom.
Isn't she from the first one? Isn't she the, like, the wife of the Vault Dweller? Is that what she is?
Armed with limited supplies and information, the Chosen One sets out into the vast, unforgiving wasteland. Their first destination is Klamath, a small trading town to the south. Here, they encounter Vic, a trader who may have information about Vault 13, the supposed location of the GECK. However, Vic has been captured by slavers and taken to the Den, a lawless town known for its criminal activities. In the Den, the Chosen One is introduced to the harsh realities of the post-apocalyptic world. They must navigate through a web of drug dealers, slavers, and rival gangs to rescue.
Sounds like a great time to me, man. Sounds like you can be able to find anything that your heart desires at that place.
Vic. This experience serves as a brutal introduction to the moral complexities and dangers that await them in their journey. After freeing Vic, they learn that he had traded a broken Vault 13 water flask to Vault City, a prosperous but isolationist community to the east. The journey to Vault City presents new challenges and revelations. The player discovers a society built around the technology and resources of a vault, but one that's plagued by xenophobia and strict social hierarchies. Here, they learn more about the GECK and its potential location, but also encounter the first hints of a sinister organization known as the Enclave.
Oh, is this the first instance of the Enclave? I might have to do a video on the Enclave, actually, because there's a lot of deep lore about the Enclave. I might actually get into the different factions of all the Fallouts. Maybe I'll add that to the series.
Remnants of the pre-war United States government with nefarious plans for the wasteland. As the Chosen One continues their quest, they visit various settlements, each with its own unique culture and problems. In New Reno, a city of vice and organized crime, they become embroiled in the power struggles between 4 mafia families. In Redding, a mining town, they witness the exploitation of workers and the strategic importance of resources in the post-apocalyptic economy.
I'm glad he's not actually showing me any of this, because I do plan on doing some Fallout 1 and 2 gameplay on my gameplay channel, link down there in the description. So it's not spoiling me on anything, and I like that. I've already forgotten everything that I've seen from Fallout 1, so I don't really know what it looks like, other than a couple of the characters. Can't wait to get into them. Probably won't be for a while, but I'll definitely do it.
The search for the GCK leads the Chosen One to San Francisco, where they encounter 2 distinct factions. The Shy, descendants of a Chinese submarine crew, and the Hybologists, a parody of Scientology. These groups represent the diverse ideologies and belief systems that have emerged in the absence of centralized authority. In San Francisco, the player also uncovers more information about the Enclave and their base of operations on an old oil rig off the coast.
I've heard that Fallout 2 San Francisco isn't as big a shithole as San Francisco is IRL right now. I don't know if any of that's true, but so many people have been telling me, I'm starting to think that it is.
Throughout their journey, the Chosen One can recruit various companions, each with their own backstories and motivations. These include John Cassidy, a weathered bartender from Vault City; Myron, a teenage drug designer from New Reno.
Vault City sounds really cool. Oh man, I really want to play Fallout 2. I've heard that it's an actual masterpiece, and I might like it more than all the other Fallout games, except for Fallout New Vegas. I don't think I'm going to like something more than Fallout New Vegas in this whole series or these types of games. I'd really like a Fallout New Vegas style game again. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Marcus, a super mutant sheriff, and others. These companions not only aid in combat, but also provide different perspectives on the wasteland and its inhabitants. As the Chosen One gets closer to finding the Gek, they receive devastating news. Arroyo has been attacked, and its inhabitants kidnapped by the Enclave. This revelation transforms the quest from a mission of salvation for a single village to a struggle against a threat to the entire wasteland. The player learns that the Enclave has also captured the inhabitants of Vault 13, which they had finally located. The Enclave's plan is revealed to be genocidal in nature.
So in the last video, I was talking about, oh, they should make a game that goes back and revisits all these areas. Well, I guess that it was true. They already did that. It was Fallout 2. Damn. You see, that really shows that it wasn't pre-watched, and I have no idea what's happening in the Fallout universe. I've only played 3, New Vegas, and 4, and I really didn't even pay attention to the lore.
They aim to release a modified forced evolutionary virus, FEV, that would kill all humans with any... The assault on the Enclave oil rig serves as the game's climax.
What happened there? He cut some stuff out, apparently.
The player must fight through heavily armed Enclave soldiers and navigate a high-tech facility far more advanced than anything they've encountered in the wasteland. They face moral dilemmas, such as the option to convince an Enclave scientist of the immorality of their plan, potentially turning him into an ally. In the depths of the oil rig, the Chosen One confronts the main antagonist, President Richardson.
The Fallout 2 story seems like it's a lot more brutalist than Fallout 1 story. Fallout 1 story seems more like you go to a place and you get the vibes and that's the story. Fallout 2 seems more like there's some deeper stuff going on in the world that you got to find out about.
The President reveals the full extent of the Enclave's ideology, their belief that they are the true inheritors of...
Yeah, they did some work on this one. They did some work on that story.
America, and that the wasteland inhabitants are subhuman mutants unworthy of life. This confrontation brings to a head the game's themes of what it means to be human in a post-apocalyptic world, and the dangers of extreme ideologies. After dealing with the President, the Chosen One faces a final challenge in Frank Horrigan, a mutated super soldier and the President's personal bodyguard. This battle is not just a test of combat skills, but a culmination of all the choices and allies the player has made throughout their journey. With Horrigan defeated, and the self-destruct sequence of the oil rig activated, the Chosen One must race to free the captives from Arroyo and Vault 13 before the entire structure explodes. In the game's epilogue, we learn of the far-reaching consequences of the Chosen One's actions. The destruction of the Enclave removes a major threat to the wasteland's inhabitants, allowing for new possibilities of recovery and civilization. The survivors from Arroyo and Vault 13 come together to form a new community, combining the tribal wisdom of Arroyo with the technological knowledge of the Vault Dwellers. This union symbolizes hope for the future, a blend of old and new, of tradition and progress.
Dude, that video was like, cut the fuck up, man. Honestly, it wasn't very good. It wasn't that great a video. But, you know, dude's only got 32 subscribers. So I'm not gonna be too harsh on him. 148 views. It's crazy that I found this. And it came out a year ago. See, this really shows that, like, it doesn't matter how many views you got on something. I think that he should probably have done a little bit more work on this, and it feels like it's cut up, but I'll give it a like. I'll give him a like. And I'll get into some more Fallout 2 lore in the next video. I'm not going to move on to Fallout 3 just yet, because I feel like there's a lot more I can get out of Fallout 2. Seems like this guy kind of quit making videos. I can see, like, he probably got disheartened because he was getting 20 views, 18 views, 1 view. Wasn't consistent, you know, didn't have enough going on. Seems like he put a little bit of work into these videos. He should have kept going with it. Hey, maybe he'll see my video and be like, oh, well, maybe I should keep going with it. I like the words that this guy is saying. You put a little bit more work into this channel, into these videos, just a little bit more, I think they'll hit. I think they just didn't get across anybody's radar. I think you need to release more of them, more frequently, probably 1 a week, at least. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell for all notifications. You get all the dings.